thing that happens here is I fall on my face, smash it on the ground.
Yeah, basically.
Here we go.
All right, so if you remember from the house tour, we are in the garage and I got big aspirations for a home gym. Because I'm willing to make sacrifices, I'm gonna sacrifice my truck and park outside and take this whole bay here for the gym. So I already have some equipment because I thought I was gonna keep lifting when I got done playing football. That was a lie, I just got fat and drunk, pretty much. But then I got married and had a baby and I got my shit under control, recently finished 75 hard, and that's the whole reason we're doing this. The piece of equipment that I really think that I want the most is gonna be a good squat rack. I have this rack here that was gifted to me by my father-in-law, but it sticks out like 8 feet, I feel like. It's got a huge footprint. I'd like to get something a little bit more compact. But before we get into any more of the equipment, we're gonna lay out and plan where I wanna do stuff and then try and hunt down some equipment on Facebook Marketplace, I think. And one of my goals is to keep this literally as cheap as possible. When it comes to building a home gym, the one thing that I do know is that there's a ton of shit on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. I got a couple priorities here that I want for the gym. We're looking for any bumper plates potentially, a dumbbell rack, maybe some kettlebells, a squat rack. Let's see what we can find out here on the good old interwebs. So this is how you guys are gonna do it. I know yins are cheap as hell like myself, so let's see what the internet got. Found what I want. She wants a lot of money for it, but it doesn't necessarily rule it out. She's got a lot of stuff. She's got the wall mount, the 3W wall mount from Rogue Fitness, which is this guy, but it's 500 bucks. So like max, I'm gonna pay her 400 for it if I have to come get it. I'll take the bumper plates. I don't know what the hell any of this stuff is. System, pulleys, cables, weights, and she has rubber mats with it, she just said. Would you be willing to split? Come on. We got a rack, a wall-mounted rack from Rogue, saving a couple $100. We may or may not be buying the rest of this stuff, but the rack I got in a great deal. Pack up the truck, go grab this rack and get started on this gym. Away!
Look at that damn pallet there.
All right, we got a rack, motherfucker. Playing with myself. My stuff, I mean. So you guys remember this stuff? This is left over from when we did all the flooring in the shop. And I saved it knowing that someday I may have the opportunity to use it. So we're gonna start at the front here. Bam! And just lay it out. One of the things that sucks is this floor runs to that drain. So it's a little bit
uneven and a bit of a pain, but we're gonna make it work. And if not, I will just complain about it,
probably blame Jordan. So we've got a bit of a predicament here. One, I'm fat. That's why we're building the gym. Two, if we build the platform, they're typically like 8x8 or 8x6, but they're 8 foot wide. You can see a barbell so you can load up the barbell and drop it. But when you look at the wall, there's a huge pitch to the door. By huge, I mean it's like 2 inches. Real quick before we get this platform installed, I want to thank this week's sponsor, Copilot. So Copilot is an awesome fitness company that helps you be more consistent with your fitness journey. If yins didn't know, I've been working on my health and fitness all summer long. I've recently lost like 30 pounds, mostly doing walking and doing a challenge. And once completing that, I really wanted to take a dive into the next phase of my journey. And I wanted to get back into working out and weightlifting and not just walking and basically doing cardio. So I found Copilot and I'm super stoked to be working with them. One of the main reasons I'm really liking working with Copilot is because I have my own personal coach. And after talking to them for a good amount of time, we've developed a program that fits my lifestyle and my time constraints. You see, for me, a lot of the burden of weightlifting or actually working out is thinking about it. I just don't really have the time to plan a good workout, so I do love being coached, and that's one of the awesome features that come along with working with Copilot. Working with Copilot, clients are 9 times more likely to stick with their fitness goals, and 75% of clients are working past the 100-day mark, which is huge. If you've ever tried to get back into working out, it's always really hard to stick with it, and that's what Copilot brings to the table. One of the things I like about having a coach is, I let him know that I am incredibly inflexible and I'd like to work on that. So my program includes flexibility, core strength, strength training, and a little bit of cardio, which is awesome. It's completely tailored to me and the time constraints that I have personally as a business owner, a dad, a husband, and trying to keep track of what the hell's going on in all these aspects of my life. I know when I'm taking care of myself and my health and wellness that the quality of my life improves, and Copilot is helping me do that, which is freaking awesome. So if you're interested in taking your fitness journey to the next level, Copilot is offering 14 days a free trial, which is awesome. Click the link down in the description to get your free trial. I'll say this, one of the biggest and most difficult parts of getting back into working out for me is the fact that I'm doing it alone. Copilot is my partner in getting back on track with my fitness and health goals. So thank you, Copilot, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to building out this gym. We could do a platform, which I think would make the most sense. We'd have to like probably custom build it to be like 2-inch tall material, and then we can put plate on top, then put the rubber on top of that. All right, well, let's go back to the shop, doodle this thing up and start screwing shit together. Then we'll bring it back over and go through the level and all that fun stuff. Typically for something like this, you might see one of these built out of steel. I didn't really have time or the steel on hand, so I ran up to Home Depot, grabbed some 2x8s, and we're gonna rip those suckers down to use for this project. I literally feel like I'm in what's the gun in Halo that the Covenant use? The Needler. The length that you made these is what? 69. Okay, so then the other one will cap it, which gives us 72, which is 6 feet. You do realize you got rid of our clipped edges. So, cut those to 57. I was like, what is that? That's all right, Jordan hasn't built anything with me in a while. He's been too busy trying to make money for the company, so he'll get back into the rhythm of thinking like an idiot like me.
The Malecki line is an art.
It is. That's a little more what I'm looking for. I was busting out fine woodworking tools to build something out of 2x4s, did you? You damn right. Let's see how many people in the comments are like, oh, you need a saw that costed $9,000 to build this. So I'm pretty chubby, and in order to make this thing nice and strong, we basically build a torsion box with no corners on it. So I got all construction grade ply, and it still costs $200. Woo! Well, don't mind me over here just trying to look cute and then getting a kickback on my track saw, but if you couldn't tell, I snagged up a bunch of what's essentially 3/4-inch subflooring material for this project. You can get into the expensive stuff if you really want to, but this stuff was still like $65 a sheet. So I pretty much bought barely enough for the project itself. I busted out the track saw in order to start breaking it down because it's the fastest way for me to do it. Set of my table saw. I'm a badass, so my sunglasses stay on while indoors. And then after I get things pretty much to the rough parts where they're gonna fit into that frame we were building earlier, I'm gonna throw this sucker on the CNC for a custom logo because I can. Also because I do believe that if inspiration is needed anywhere, it's gonna be in the gym. So I busted out a little idea to Jordan. He got that sucker on Miss Piggy, and we started cutting out what's gonna say shut up and work. It's one of the mottos that I really like for my life, more or less. You know, just like in this video right now, I should probably just shut up and get back to work. Oh, and did I forget to mention? You can snag up a shirt that says shut up and work if you'd like. We got some brand new merch in the merch store. Check that out at johnmalecki.com.
Okay, so got this sanded, cleared out the grooves. What we're gonna do, we're gonna hit with a couple coats of Total Halcyon, and then I'll come back through, hit this with some spray paint, sand that off, and then hit another top coat of the Halcyon on it. That way we don't have any bleed whenever we go to spray paint, make the cuts for the letters. Let us spray.
We've got the center logo drying. I need to cut the parts for the interior while we're here down to size. Then I believe we're gonna make some plyo boxes so I can try to work on that vertical. Ooh, let's see if I can read. Sure can't. I think I made it a 1/4 inch too big.
Can't even blame Jordan on that one.
She's out of square. Like real out of square. Hell yeah, more beer. As you heard me say, hell yeah, more beer. The question is, who are we taking? Stone Cold or The Rock? Because both of them, gentlemen, I'm not a wrestling fan at all, to be honest. But as a wrestling fan, I guess I would take Stone Cold because I don't know shit about The Rock when it comes to wrestling. But everything else The Rock does, I love it. She sure as hell doesn't me. How the hell? It's like a mastectomy. Fudged up. Fortunately, we could still use the board. Don't put the air that way because then it doesn't have anywhere to go. That hurt. Didn't feel good. We're gonna have to take all these out. But for the mockumentation, which would be the mocking of the documentation, if you didn't know. And you're side down. How do I look? Practice. Sarah's gonna hate it. Let's go. When I still considered myself to be an athlete, we used plyo boxes quite often. So I had Jordan snag up a plan for one online and whip that thing out on the CNC. We're just gluing this sucker together mostly. And this is made out of birch plywood, which is so nice. So more or less, this is the most expensive plyo box on the planet. Better to DIY it though than to buy it, right people? So the original idea here was to add blocking in order to level this thing and before we insert all the top parts. The only problem is I forgot to bring a Sawzall to cut everything flush.
It's the worst.
On the floor again.
The wrong saw.
I think it's gonna be pretty solid once we get this. It feels solid. Move that weight, move out of my way. We'll do it all over again.
Yeah, looks legit.
Well, at the end of the day, you guys gotta remember, we might not build great shit, but it sure does look close to it. That's all that matters. If it can't function good, it better look good, right?
Right.
Irish chicken, Irish chicken. You want some of this, Jordan? I feel like a freaking winner.
Here's the deal, I'm the best there is.
She's put together. Jordan just ate a healthy meal, so he's feeling swole. Jordan wants to see if he can bang out a couple reps of 225.
Combine style.
Did you warm up?
Yeah, I did 135.
Okay, he did 135. You go right for it.
Always ready.
I sucked at the 225 test.
How many did you
My
get?
best was 27 hours. Shit the bed on my pro day, and I only did 18, which was not good. All right, Jay. You going for a single? Ooh.
Oh, he's got it. Come on.
I got another.
Come on, breathe. Hold your breath. Not bad.
Give him that second one, or?
No.
Yeah.
You definitely.
I definitely got one.
I haven't benched in forever. I haven't been to the gym or benched probably 4 years. Oh, I probably should have warmed up. At least on a push-up.
It's a lot.
I'm gonna hurt myself now. All right.
It's going in hot, no warm.
No warm up. I'm getting too old. I want to get 20 by the end of the year. Boots and I like can't get my knees up with the jeans on.
Go big or go home.
The only thing that happens here is I fall on my face, smash it on the ground.
Yeah, basically.
I'm worried about the box breaking. I just don't know if I can get my knees up with the jeans on. There we go. Still got it. 282 this morning. And that's gonna be a wrap on this video. Big thank you to Copilot for sponsoring this post. Remember, if you wanna check out more from them, there's a link down in the description. If you wanna see more home projects, got a whole playlist right here.